Okay, so this is just a little update on what videos I might have coming for the YouTube channel. What have I got for you? So I do get asked the odd time on old VHS tapes. People have a few of them and they want to get them digitized, and there might only be a small segment on some of them that they want to share online. So I get asked that the odd time. And I recently got 4 VHS tapes digitized. Noel Bartley gave them to me. And so there are, I suppose, 2 options. I mean, you can try doing it yourself. If you have a player, an old VHS player at home, you could probably utilize it. I'm sure there are different grades of these things. I can't say much about them in terms of if one's better than the other. I mean, you got to work with what you got. But basically, if you have a VHS player, you can get yourself they're relatively cheap, these USB capture cards or capture devices. I think probably in around 40, maybe 50, 60 euro, something like that. And they basically just hook into the back of your player's output. You'd put this end into your laptop or your PC, and then you'd use a bit of software on your PC to kind of capture the playing VHS tape. You might have to purchase that software, but I believe you can there's an open source bit of software called OBS. It is packed with features for other things like live streaming, but at least there's a capture facility in it and you could do it that way. Back in maybe 10 years ago when I started to put the odd video up on YouTube, that's the route I used to take, but I wouldn't do it anymore. I mean, purely because the quality can be so much better. The quality that I got from them, and maybe it's because I don't know enough about how to tweak these things to try and get the best out of them. I'm not too sure. Sometimes these capture cards, I mean, this one's broken already, so maybe if you're planning on doing a lot of videos yourself and you wanted to go this route, I'd maybe suggest get a higher quality capture device. So apart from that, you need a laptop or a PC to capture the VHS tape. While it's playing, it's outputting, and then this is capturing it onto your laptop. You wouldn't need a high-end laptop or PC for that type of thing. It doesn't take a whole pile to do it. But it's really in the editing afterwards that maybe you'd need a beefier machine. Also, I mean, you might want to have to clean the heads in these. I think I remember VHS players, no different than any other thing that reads tapes. Every now and then I think you used to have to clean the heads. So if you're getting a lot of artifacts or distortion in your video, possibly it needs cleaning. Yeah, after you've captured the footage, I mean, you need to edit it now, and editing might need a beefier machine because at the end of the day, I mean, I would be doing a lot, like these VHS tapes, I think there were 2 and 3 hour video footage that was on them, and I only want bits of them. Plus, in the editing process, you might want to add a bit of text, you might want to put a bit of background music, you might want to mix it with other video. So as those things start to add up and get more complicated, especially when videos go maybe beyond half an hour, get up into an hour possibly, you start to find that if your laptop or PC is an entry level or medium level device, it's starting to struggle. And if you have a deadline to meet, i.e. you have a birthday party that you were hoping to get something done for, things start to get a little bit panicky towards that, and that's usually when I get the odd phone call for a dig out. You just need a beefier laptop or PC to do the editing part. So the route I took with this, I actually went and sent them up to Dublin to get them professionally digitized. And I know of a company that I have come across in the past, and they do just a far better job. I'm going to put up a picture probably now of the return files, and I put up the little technical spec on them. Like they upscale them, they're nice and clean, there's no distortion or artifacts on them. I mean, they do a great job. And that's the route I'm going to take in future. I'll show another picture here of one of the tapes that Noel gave me. Actually had mould on it and it looked fairly bad. So the same company, and this company is called Crystal Media Limited, they do a cleaning process on it before they actually will try and recover any date on it. How much does it cost? Well, the cleaning part was actually €35 just for one of the tapes. But I sent up 2 2-hour tapes and 2 3-hour tapes. And between the cleaning and all that, courier to deliver it back to me, and they put it all on a 128 gig USB key. That all came to €345. So yeah, that is a lot of money, but it's still worth it if the video that you're hoping to get is, if it's precious to you, but the quality far outperforms what I have done in the past on a video player. So I'm never going to do that route again if I have to. I'm going to just send it off to the people that know how to do it. They have specialist equipment. I'm sure it's calibrated and cleaned every time. There is a waiting period. I mean, if you send them up to Crystal Media, you know, depending on their workload, it could be, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks before I got them returned. But I mean, I wasn't in any particular rush. Let me see, is there anything else I need to tell you on this? Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, if there's mold on a tape and you end up putting it into this player, chances are it's going to just chew it up. And if it's somebody else's VHS tape, I mean, you know, you're going to have a tough job explaining. Just to give a little channel update on some of the videos, hopefully, that I'll be uploading. So 2 of the videos were basically the mock wedding, the 1996 mock wedding that the local GA club done. And I asked Tommy Owens, was it okay for me to upload it, and he gave me the okay on that. Now, it's 4.5 hours. So I'm going to, you know, that's a tough watch for 4.5. Nobody's going to sit down for 4.5 hours and watch it. So I'm going to break it up into half-hour slots and pop it up there, and that'll be it. I'll be done with that. The other videos, the other 2 videos are basically when they're holiday videos of Theo. Theo used to come to Butlersbridge. Theo with his family back in the, I suppose, 80s, 90s. And Theo was a good man for the camera. And he obviously left them with Noel. Now, Theo is actually buried in the Butlersbridge graveyard down here. He obviously liked Butlersbridge so much. But I'll be doing editing on these videos because I'll only be using some of it. But, you know, I have a list of things that are on them. So hopefully we'll have some nice footage. There's footage of Theo filming Noel doing some turf cutting. Theo's son Robin, I think, fishing on Annagh Lake. American Circus, don't know what that is. Maybe there's a circus in town. So there's a few things in there that hopefully will be good. So basically I've seen the results of doing it this way versus the professional way, and of professional way is just far superior. Granted, it costs a bit, but if your tapes have memories that are precious, well, then the cost is worth it. And Camille in Crystal Media will sort you out. She is very polite and kept me up to date on everything, including the mouldy tape, how they were progressing with it. So I'll put up the bill so you can actually see it online as well. Yeah, I mean, I would, if somebody has stuff to put up online and they're not too sure how to do it, and they have VHS tapes. By the way, Crystal Media do all sorts of formats of media back to the cine reel stuff. So if you have old video footage, definitely that's the way to go. But yeah, I mean, if you want any help editing, you can send them my way. I mean, I do the basics basically. So give yourself good time. Give yourself plenty of time to do your editing well in advance of whatever your deadline is. Have a beefier computer, laptop. Get to know your editing software, especially hotkeys. Hotkeys and shortcuts and things like that really speed things up. If you want to know, there's a good video editing free software package. It's called DaVinci Resolve, and there is a bit of a learning curve on it, but I mean, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials on it, and people seem to love it. So that would be the way to go if you want to start off. There are a few other ones, but DaVinci Resolve seems to be a favourite of people's out there. Okay, that's it.